From airborne particles to new substances for our bodies, join me as we investigate the year 2050. What technology will be available in the year 2050? And if we're being honest, technology is extremely advanced, and we're making progress that will allow us to go even further. We now have far safer cars than they were a decade ago. We're even developing fully electric vehicles that will help save the planet. There are even plans for self-driving cars, making the future of transportation very exciting. And that's just one technology that's rapidly evolving. What will technology be like as we get closer to 2050? Let's start with something that could happen very soon. Before we begin, welcome to Tech Unity, where I will share the latest scientific developments. Please subscribe to this channel and remember to click on the notification. Drones. Wait, drones have already arrived. And indeed they are. But the drones you see are small, remotely controlled just for fun, or the military is using them for strikes and surveillance. In the future, drones may become an integral part of our daily lives. Drones would be the new delivery service, delivering everything from pizza to Amazon packages. Even today, drones are incredibly sophisticated. Some TV channels use them to film aerial shots. It's cool. But for deliveries, the future drones have to be a little more programmed. However, by 2050, we may not only have drones delivering our packages, but we may be also looking up at the sky and seeing drones flying around at incredible speeds and accuracy using artificial intelligence. Various upgrades to drone programming will undoubtedly make them more efficient, durable, and quick. They could also do emergency work in addition to essential deliveries for people. Consider a drone delivering vital medical supplies to a hospital while avoiding traffic or monitoring an important convoy to alert people on the ground. Drones have the potential to change our world in a variety of ways. The only question is whether we will let them by 2050. Let's stick with transportation for now. Trains. Trains ferry people and all kinds of cargo around efficiently and reliably, so they've been in use for hundreds of years. But to be honest, while trains are efficient and reliable in some ways, they aren't exactly fast. In particular, passenger and freight trains can take a long time to arrive at their destination. This is why companies are developing special types of trains that can travel much faster, such as the magnetic trains of Japan. However, others such as the Virgin Hyperloop are pushing things even further. Passengers or cargo are loaded into the Hyperloop vehicle and gradually accelerate via electric propulsion through a low pressure. The vehicle floats above the track using magnetic levitation and glides. The first Hyperloop vehicle has already been tested and proven, and some more tests are planned for the coming years. And if this works, cross-country travel will be much faster. The Hyperloop aims to send people shooting across the tubes at approximately 600 miles per hour. That means that if they were able to do this across the entire United States from east to west, or vice versa, you could travel across the country in about 5 hours, give or take, given that a regular train or car ride would take much longer. That's a significant improvement, and they intend to do so not only with people, but also with cargo. Imagine being able to ship something from the West Coast to the East Coast in morning and knowing it will arrive before the end of the day. That's pretty impressive. Furthermore, the tubes would be rebuilt underground not to disturb wildlife, and they'll do it in a way that produces no carbon emissions. And by 2050, this could be one of the world's primary modes of transportation. The next emerging technology is artificial intelligence. AIs are everywhere, including in your car and home via different devices. So by 2050, AI could be so advanced that it could run our culture and world in logistics and computing. And by 2050, the computer may be superhuman and conscious. Consider the lighter side of science fiction in terms of AI, and imagine a bright future powered by AI. Consider this. What if, by 2050, we each have our own unique AI that we can customize how it sounds, how it looks, and have a BFF that will help us out in various ways? Remind us of things like Alexa, guiding us in our homework and fields of study by being someone we can bounce ideas off and on. If that type of AI became available, we could live in a utopia where AI assists us in being better. Let us demonstrate another technology that many people hope will enable space travel. The world's biggest goal is to get to Mars and possibly beyond. But it's not just about landing there, but establishing the first human colony on another planet. We've been to the moon several times, but we haven't attempted to live there for various reasons. Many people believe that Mars is where we can go to live. Many people think that by 2030, barring setbacks, accidents, and other factors, we will not only be colonizing Mars, but also sending regular shuttles there so that people can see the red planet for themselves. The robots will do some basic tasks. Of course, numerous issues must be resolved before such an event. But we've taught men like Elon Musk and his SpaceX program, Jeff Bezos and his Blue Origin company, and others. Each of them and NASA and others are working on more than just getting us into space. But getting there will require cheaper, smaller, and reusable spacecraft, which has been a significant setback for the space program over the last 20 years. After that, by 2050, who knows where we'll end up? We could have multiple colonies on Mars, possibly some on the Moon, and possibly colonies on moons like Titan and Europa, which some believe are even better places to colonize than Mars. It's possible, but Mars is clearly where we aim right now. Now, how about we get into some sci-fi prosthetics? Yes, I am aware of this right now. Prosthetics are extremely limited and at times pointless. But if we can fully utilize computer technology and create prosthetics that are fully compatible with human brain and body, the sky is the limit. We may be entering an era in which cyborgs are not only tolerated but actively encouraged. A 25-year-old biological scientist, James Young, has a prosthetic arm that includes a personal drone and a flashlight. That's cool. Consider the case of a police officer who loses an arm in the line of duty. Usually, this would be the end of his career. He could, however, be better than ever with an advanced prosthetic. The main issue with these fake limbs is that most of them are made of plastic and are intended to convey that the arm or leg is still present and thus usable. Using computer technology to sync with the brain and give accurate commands is the bridge to cybernetic implants. We haven't wholly bridged that gap yet, but when we do, life will be a lot more interesting. Also, keep in mind that these prosthetics could be used for purposes other than assisting people who have lost limbs. Some people may have request implants placed in their arms or legs to give them an extra boost. If these things are created by 2050, many people will no longer feel broken or weak because they have lost limbs or the abilities of their arms or legs. Now let's try something a little different. Take a look at yourself right now. Take a look at the clothes you're wearing right now. What material are they made of? What do you think? How do they appear? Do you have all these answers? I'm guessing none of them are. Think about it this way. What if the clothes you're wearing now felt and looked the same but could do more? With the advancement of nanotechnology, your clothes may contain various materials or technologies that help you improve your strength, durability, and other qualities. For example, what if you wore a shirt that was as light as a feather but could absorb impacts and leave you with no injuries? What would be pretty impressive and important, especially in this age of gun violence? One of the firefighters' uniforms made them completely heat-resistant and burn-proof, ensuring they could do their jobs without putting their lives in danger. And some people are currently working on it, both in terms of multiple functions and cosmetic appeal. Consider what it would be like if by 2050 we could make whatever kinds of clothes we wanted and even what kind of abilities they had. When you press a button or say a key word, a pattern appears and you suddenly have wings on your outfit. Wouldn't that be awesome? This could be the next big thing in fashion and style. The future is incredible. So let's keep your expectations in check and talk about school. Studies may become much more interactive in the future. Over the last decade or so, computers in schools have become a requirement for various courses. However, if virtual reality simulations become available, as many anticipate, they could lead to an addition in the classroom innovations that will assist students in understanding what is going on. You could transport students to a historical setting and show them what was happening, such as watching a battle. Pearson stated that such things are difficult to explain. If they can see it happening, then looking at a textbook, history, and geography classes would be more fun. Consider an audiobook. However, instead of just hearing the characters, you can see them come to life before your eyes and watch them interact with others in school plays. Of course, you could hire virtual tutors to assist you with issues that your teachers cannot address. Education, without a doubt, can benefit from advanced technologies. Finally, I'm sure you'll be horrified to hear what I'm about to say shortly. You are unlikely to require a phone. I know you're taken aback, but consider it. Smartphones are becoming more advanced every year with new features, programs, etc. However, by 2050, your phone will most likely no longer be necessary because you will have access to it and more through something else. What that means depends on the technology. However, for this example, imagine a risk gauntlet where you simply say call mom instead of typing up a number. But obviously, the gauntlet could do much more than that. It'll likely have a holographic screen where you can look up information on a much larger keyboard. So while your phones are essential right now, they will most likely not be in the future. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. What are your thoughts on this glimpse into the future and what it might entail? Can you guess which of these things will exist in 2050? What do you personally want now rather than later? Please let me know in the comments section below. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the channel again soon. Thanks for watching Tech Unity.